Early One Morning by Valerie Grayland, illustrated by Marjorie Cooper. Early one morning I jumped out of bed. The day was beginning all fresh and new. The house was quiet. I opened the door. I had never been up so early before. The garden was freshly washed in the dew. Something moved in the grass where the pear trees grow. Something moved in the grass where the pear tree grows. A gentle rustling made the grass sway. I saw a wee mouse pop down the hole that led to his house. Flowers were opening fresh, clean, and bright. Birds were singing or looking for worms. The wind in the trees made the leaves rustle together. Gently, so gently, they whispered and moved. I saw drops of water twinkling on a cobweb. It looked like a necklace a fairy could wear. On the top of the fence a big beetle went walking on little black legs. "Woof, woof!" barked my dog. He wagged his curly tail. He thought it was fun to see me so early. Together we ran across the green lawn. The cat was asleep on a big heap of grass. Dewdrops wet my hand when I touched her fur, but underneath it was warm and dry. I stroked her gently and heard her purr. The wind blew my hair softly as I ran down the path to my secret place in the garden. I found a toadstool growing there like a tiny umbrella. I looked in the cabbage patch. There I could see slugs and snails leaving silver trails. They moved slowly, so slowly across the wet leaves. I picked up the two biggest snails to race on the path, but they wouldn't play. One went the wrong way. One hid in his shell and wouldn't come out. I took a big breath. I felt so happy I wanted to shout. When the wind made a leaf turn flips in the air, I did flips too, over and over and over. When I wanted a rest, I sat on the swing. Faster and higher, faster and higher. Up went the tips of my toes. I closed my eyes and pretended to be up in the sky, flying. I jumped off the swing. When I stood on my feet, I could see the church at the end of the street. The church roof peeped above the trees, and above them all was a rainbow. I leaned over the gate to look at the houses. I'd never seen them so quiet before. There was no one to talk to and no one to meet. The blinds were down in the big house next door. A boy with red hair came along on a bicycle. He whistled and whistled and whistled. He saw me and called out, "Good morning!" "Good morning!" I called back. "Good morning!" "Catch!" he called out. The word was just said when the morning paper whizzed over my head. I jumped for the paper and caught it. I peeped in a flower opened out wide. A dark, buzzing bee was busy inside. I listened and sniffed the morning air. Flowers, fresh grass, leaves, all sorts of scents were there. I heard a bird give a cry and fly out of a tree. I heard a bird give a cry and fly out of a tree. Just for a moment I wished it was me. I looked up high into the sky. There were 4 birds flying. There came the sound of hurrying feet. Someone was busy in our street. It was the milkman, the smiling, happy milkman, going from door to door. Then from a window of our house came a loud and angry ring. My father's big alarm clock was singing, "Get up, get up, get up today, sleepy head to stay in bed. It isn't early now," it said. The